horizontal movement. So this is Chima Enesokoli here again, and today we are talking about training your algorithm. For the past few months, since May and June, we've had this series, and we are basically talking to students across the board from secondary school, especially senior secondary school SS3, down into people who are in university, who are doing their bachelors, and some of the people even in their masters and PhD level. They can get a few things that can help them basically get better here on the stream. It's fine, yeah. Oh, that's great. That's lovely. So, yep, and let's get into it critically. We've spoken about a lot of things, how to present yourself, how it is that you being a student is not a badge of honor. It's not a great thing in today's world to wake up and say, "Oh, I'm a student, and what do you do? My name is Chimane Sopoli, for example, and I'm a student." That doesn't ring any bell. Uh, you should have a research focus or even something that you are doing that stands you out, right? That stands you out there. We also spoke about going out to get opportunities. There's another very important thing that I want to spend this July talking about, and that's simply training your algorithm. I went to represent my boss somewhere at Ulibos, so I was part of a panel session at Ulibos, and young women leaders in business and stuff like that. And so we spoke on the gender spectrum. And after my speech or my take during the panel session, someone had walked up to me, or a couple of women had walked up to me, and he said, "Oh, Chima, I love some of the things that you said, some of the programs that are being done in Nigeria and beyond that young women and people generally can take advantage of, and we don't seem to want to apply." And he asked, how can I see these particular programs? How can I see these particular projects that are ongoing? And it seemed a little, it seemed a little full circle for me, because a while back I also felt like some of these things were out of reach for me. We're in a social media age. A lot of us have data. A lot of us are on WhatsApp. A lot of us are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, at least you have a Chrome browser. You're watching this live on YouTube. You have YouTube here. The quality of things that you search, the quality of things that you search on the internet will greatly influence the quality of ads that are sent across to you. Yeah, there are anomalies, and that's the truth. There are anomalies across the board. There are periods where some of these algorithms and some of these social media state of companies will want to test some areas of interest with you, perhaps because of your location. But the quality of things that you search will greatly influence what is being pushed your way. Now, as a student in 2026, 2027, what should I search? What can you search? Let me do this with my system. Yeah. So what can you search? What should you search that will push some of this information your way? The truth is that the programs, the projects, the things that can add value to your life that are going on at this particular moment, they are way more than you can apply for at any given point in time. I was at Dean Initiative. Shout out to Dean Initiative, Uncle Semi and Michael, and some of the people at Dean. I was at Dean Initiative recently, and we spoke, and I was speaking to someone, a doctor, and we were talking, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I wanted to apply for so and so fellowship that you just rounded up. I had just rounded up. I just got back into Abuja, and I just rounded up that fellowship. That she wanted to apply, but when she had looked at her schedule and the things that she had to do, she just knew that, oh, you know what, I don't think I'll have the time to be able to do this, because my time is relatively tight." And that can be the case for you. I would say it again, as I've said, this year I've actively turned down about 6 opportunities, 6 things that I applied for, and I got into, and I looked at it, I looked at my schedule, I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not sure I want to do this. And this is because I've learned that it's not enough to just mark registers in different programs and projects. Hey, Daniel, it's great to see you here. Yeah, it's good to see you. Wow, it's great to see you join my live. Um, it's not enough to just be part of different projects and say, "Oh, great, I was part of the project and I was part of this program. I've done this fellowship. I've done that fellowship." the big question, I think I said it in one of the lives. Okay, that was for core members when I did the video for core members. What I had said, very important. I said it's not about who you know. It's often more about who knows you than who you know. So it's not about who you know. It's more about who knows you. When your name is mentioned, can people tie it to anything? And getting into fellowships, right? Getting into different fellowships is one of the most important ways to get your, let me put it, I don't want to use the word street credibility, but your social credibility, your social capital way up there. Because you're going to be working with people in different organizations that are that are that have a stake in your success. So the fact that they said, "Oh, congratulations, you have been accepted into so and so program." The more you succeed, the more they can say that someone passed through this program. They were at level B before, now they are level Q. See the distance, and they were also part of that journey. So when you're entering fellowships and some of these opportunities, they are committed to ensuring that you succeed, and that's why it's very important that you get in. Now, you cannot you cannot love two wives the same way. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. And so, especially when it comes to high impact fellowships, you just may not be able to grapple with two very serious high impact fellowships at the same time, because you want to, not because it's not good to be there, not because maybe perhaps they are not naira incentives or monetary incentives, or it's not even good for your CV. It may be good, but you want to leave a mark. You want to be such that when they say Chima, everybody can pause and say, is it the Chima that did so and so and so? Oh, this person, this is the type of value that you are in for when you are actually talking or you are in contact with this person. And that's why the doctor said, she looked at it, she wanted to apply, and she was like, nah, she wouldn't have the time. So for the bulk of you, especially those of us still in school, the big question is, how do I see these fellowships? There is no place, there's no database, as it were, that is generally correct, that is up to date with all these opportunities and all these fellowships. No, there's no database. One of the things you can do to begin to force the internet to work in your favor is to begin to search for, let's say you are even under 18, for some of the people that are here, who just finished secondary school, you can search for opportunities for young Nigerians who just finished secondary school. They are not stupid. That's not a stupid search query. It's something very important. What you are doing is you are training your algorithm, you're training your Google that this person, this is where this person is, and this person is open to this type of opportunities. And you begin to see that over time, oh, they can be telling you, I will not mention the marriage that is going on, the big brothers. I've not seen anything come across my social media page about the new BBN. Unfortunately, I know about it because I went somewhere on, was it on Sunday or on Saturday? I went somewhere recently where they were streaming the opening show, and young people were just having remarks and all of that. I went there to either grab something to eat and all of that, and I was so nauseated. My left to my social media alone, my social media presence and my details online, I will not know that such a thing is even happening. And it can be the same for you. What are they showing me? There's a creative something 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 for these people. In fact, now they know that I search for in Africa, in Africa, in Africa, so much so that some of the ads that Google pushes my way are for people in Tanzania, they are for people in Uganda, they are for people in Kenya. I have to click on it and read it and like, no, this is not for Nigerians. So, and I do well to share, if I can, if I remember, to some of the young people that I have in those countries. So you can train your algorithms. I tell you on Facebook, I think there was the fellowship. There's a fellowship or a conference that I got in. I went on Facebook as usual. Yeah, if I'm talking about Facebook, it means I'm relatively old. Yeah, so I'm relatively old. Let me put it that way. I went on Facebook and the advertisement popped up and all of that, and I read it. I was like, okay, great. Let me see what this looks like. And I applied. I applied for the conference or something, and I got in. It was very few young people that they had gotten from around Nigeria, as it were. And I got in, and I did not get in because somebody from my network shared it to me. I got it because someone paid Facebook to show the advertisement of that particular opportunity to people on Facebook. Facebook saw me as their target audience and it had popped up on my feed. So it can be the same for you. I mean, the same with Instagram, the same with TikTok, the same with any and every platform. You have to train your algorithms to show you what you are interested in. So I don't. At this point in time, I will not even say that you should stop searching for whatever it is that you're searching. That's none of my business. You can do the bulk of what you want to do. But what I'm saying is add that query almost on a daily basis, or pick a day every month. Sorry, a day of the week for every week that you sit down and spend a dedicated 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to look out for opportunities. Where are the opportunities in climate action? If you are doing agriculture, which I don't, where are the opportunities for young people? So for some of you people that are just done with SS3, look out for where are internship opportunities. Go on your Google search. I mean, there are people that are actively looking for you and are committing money to these different internet companies to ensure that their adverts reach you. So you're not doing anybody a service. You're not doing anybody. You're not doing anybody a disservice by not doing this. You are actually helping yourself. So go out of your way to key in some of those queries. When you key in some of those queries, some of those adverts will come up. Now, there's a very important Chinese, was it Chinese now or Japanese? Asian proverb. Let me use the word Asian proverb. One of all these martial arts proverbs that said that when the student is ready, the master will appear. I've read about it, different anecdotes in different books, things around that particular scheme. The truth of the matter is, there are people I even want to mention on this live stream, but I am holding myself and I'm ensuring that I do not. Because when you begin to search for these opportunities, you will find. In fact, the people that I may mention are people that are interested in youth development, which is a core area for me, sports for development, which is a core area for me, climate action, which is a core area for me, gender inclusion, which is a core area for me. These are things and these are people that I kind of know in the space. But you may be interested in healthcare, you may be interested in agriculture, and there are people, young and old as you were, that go out of their way that function in this field, that have built illustrious careers and opportunities, even the ones that are not so public, pass by their window, and they kind of get to share it with their contacts, especially on LinkedIn and on their social media platform. When you begin to search for opportunities for young Nigerians between the age of 18 to 35, opportunities for young Nigerians between the age of um, 13 to 30, when you begin to put in some of those queries and you are consistent with it, I promise you, your social media, your your algorithm, your Google. I wish I can share my screen. Okay, let me see. Let me see if my laptop is let me see if my laptop is on right now. Although it doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite work for. Let me see. Can you see? Let me try to do this. Yep, I think this is better. It doesn't quite work for systems, but if I could share my phone screen, you will most probably see. Let me see if I can sign up, and let me see if Google has. So I'm just going to type opportunities for Africans. Opportunities for Africans age 18 to 35. So you can do this, you can do it clearly, you can do it leadership. So this is what um my Google has. So young Africans, there's African Change Makers Fellowship, there's African Union Youth Volunteer Corps, there's Commonwealth Young Leaders Fellowship. I think the Commonwealth has closed. I don't know if the AU Youth Volunteer course has closed. There's MasterCard Foundation Associates Program, someone paid placement. There is Teacher and Technical Scholarships. There's All School Africa. There's You Connect Africa Export Accelerator. Support young business. There's policy and advocacy roles like Audi Nepal Ambassador Program. Um, so you can even go out to say opportunities for organizations. currently taking applications. So that's these are things I'm doing it here. I know you just may not be seeing now. They just showed me the AI overview, showed me World Bank Group Africa Fellowship Program 2027. If you are someone that is interested in global finance, development finance, you should look at this. There's UNESCO AfriMab Grow Ltd Land Restoration Fellowships. I think I'm interested in this one. The deadline is 10th of September. You see, there is President Tinubu Engineering Mentorship Program 2026. That is so. I mean, there's one young world scholarship open to makers in the go African. So this UNODC youth led. Oh, the deadline is August 14th. So you see, um, I mean, there's a YouTube link here. There's a one young world. Let me even open in new tab. Let me also open a new tab here because I mean, you see, in doing this search right now, I've been able to see two opportunities. There's something that UNODC is doing, and I'm really interested in. I've been able to identify that just in showing you that this is possible. I've been able to see that the Tinubu Engineering Mentorship Program. I'm not an engineer. I don't. If you're an engineer, most probably, and you are looking for leverage, the thing with some of these fellowships is, yeah, okay, you can't see the screen because I'm streaming, right? But it's something I was reading out the prompt that I was reading out what I was searching for. If you search for it, you also see the same result. There is UNESCO AfriMab Grow LT Land Restoration Fellowships. Let me also open it. I do a lot of stuff around climate action, but this one says the fellowship in Iceland for professionals and researchers from Africa Biosphere Reserves. So not necessarily. There's stuff for PhD fields in the World Bank Group. So this is just my AI overview. I've not, I've not, I've not even gone down to page one as it were. Currently, so opportunities for Africa age 18 to 35. Currently taking applications. Currently taking applications. So that's what I'm searching for. Opportunities for Africans age 18 to 35 taking applications. And a lot of things have come up. There's just a lot of things that have popped up here. 17 opportunity desk is one very important website where a lot of people have seen scholarships and stuff. You can do this thing. You don't need to pay any. You can stay that same time that you are scrolling on social media and stuff. You can be there. You can put in these queries and begin to apply. I would also say this so that so this 17 scholarship, there's the Break into Tech AI Developer Scholarship 2026, fully funded, Brand Tech, Afis Global Changemakers. I mean, there's just quite a lot. I'm looking for, don't mind me, okay, Canon Collins, postgraduate study in South Africa. South Africa, they are doing go back to your country right now. So okay, so someone had commented that, but most times these opportunities are lengthy to apply for, and if one applies, it takes time. Oh yeah, so nothing good comes easy. That's the as I mentioned earlier in this video, I said I've gotten into 6 programs, right? 6 fellowships this year that I did not continue with. So some of them, what happened? I applied and time had gone, and I got committed into some other things, and demands of the fellowship they are always there, right? And so and so they I want to check out the South African link there about the South African, but I don't know about South African and African indigents. So these are opportunities that are there. So when I see people young and old like come out and say that, oh, they don't have opportunities, they don't know where can they see these opportunities and the like, I'm always like, you're on social media for crying out loud. People are paying. I promise you, people are paying. Even with this WhatsApp status now, there are organizations that are paying these companies to show the advertisements of their programs that they're going to spend money on you and all of that and develop your capacity. They are paying money so that they find the right set of change makers. The reason why you are not seeing it is because you are not the type of person, the social media algorithm, your social media algorithm doesn't cut into the type of person that they should show that type of thing. You it doesn't show that you are a high value, high return on investment person. I would say, and I'm saying this with all honesty and with all sense of sincerity. The social media profile just shows that your social media profile just shows that you are not a serious person. You are not someone that has high ROI, right? If they if the type of persons that organization is looking for is not you, and that greatly affects how you're able to see opportunities. So I'm seeing opportunities right now that I did not see before. MTN Muson Music Scholarship fully funded. Scholars program fully funded for talented young Nigerians in diploma in music. So for those who want to study diploma in music, there's the Amber Scholar Fellowship, that is the United States, United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, and Canada. I mean, it is unbelievable. There's Western Africa Business Forum venture competition. Look at the new voters times challenge US future leaders competition. Some $1,000 prize. I mean, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable the amount of work, the amount of things that are available to us. This one now, this is not asking somebody to search for opportunity. This is not asking someone to send you opportunities. So this, I'm telling you, you are going on Google to search for this your time. Now let me to search for it yourself. Now let me now search for, this is Google. I'm back on Google. Let me do opportunities for for Nigerians for Nigerians aged 18 to 20, 18 to 35, 18 to 35, currently taking applications. So I'm doing that. I've narrowed the scope now down to Nigeria. So active program, there's Teach for Nigeria Fellowship. This is the AI overview. Now let me still turn it so that you see that I'm reading from here. This is education. There's education leadership. There's Teach for Nigeria Fellowship, a 2-year pay commitment for university graduates, minimum of two young professionals serve as full-time teachers in low-income schools. There's NNPC Renaissance JV, that's joint venture and joint ventures enterprise development programs, provide young entrepreneurs. See, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. There's the NIA startup, what we do at the Federal Ministry of Youth Development. It's I mean, it's unbelievable. Let me click on this. Let's go. Let's get back to the NIA. So are you looking for jobs, fellowships, or business grants? So this is the AI page. I'm going to get out of the AI page and go back to all. So there's the a Youth Africa Challenge. I think closing day. I use be a youth innovative. So for those in agriculture, you see what I'm saying. I don't do anything around agri, because I mean you can't be everywhere. I rather do my climate action, core youth development, as it were. Then there's the NNPC JV. There's Applied Teach. There's NYFF development and individual grant application. That's 2026. That was earlier. That was earlier in the year. That has closed. There's digital for youth-led enterprise design thinking sprint. There is an alert program, this alert by Wema. Then if you are a woman self, it is interesting. There are opportunities for you that men do not have. What am I saying, sir and ma, in the course of this video? I am simply saying that while you are saying that, oh, the government is not doing well to tell you about opportunities and all of those things, if they bring it and they took the spoon inside your mouth with this opportunity, the chances that you're going to take advantage of it is very little. Once you are not the type of person that goes out of their way to look for these opportunities, when you begin to go out of their way to look for these opportunities, then it's better. Now I'm going to come to what was said, the question here about the applications being lengthy and all of those things. Yes, I promise you, one of the major reasons why the application, sometimes you have to sit down for 2 hours even with the aid of AI. Now we have AI to help us do the word count, to help us do all those things and put things in place, right? We have AI to help us enhance those things. Even with AI on some of the applications, I have to sit down for almost 2 hours stretch, just going over my draft, writing, even getting the AI tool that I use, which is Gemini. Shout out to Google, by the way, to help polish my thoughts. Right, it still takes a lot of time, like 2 hours thereabout straight to do it. Some more than 2 hours because you get to some point now they say you have to do video interview. You're like, which one? What concerns me with video again? You have to go and do it and upload and the like that. So the reason why the applications are not easy, if it were easy and if it were short, almost everybody will come and apply for it. The whole length of the application process and the fact that they need you to actually think and come up with unique answers is to weed off the people that are not serious. So are you serious? That's the big issue. Do you want this thing badly enough? Some of us can spend that same 2 hours, 3 hours watching YouTube videos, watching brain rot videos. As somebody that I know here that is just looking at me like when I said brain rot, he just looked at me and smiled. Watching AI videos, watching movies. Some of us watch series. We have spent an inordinate amount of time in our lives watching series. You know what happened in episode 1? It's about 40 minutes, and I'm not, this is me not being holier than thou, right? This is not me saying that I don't watch series. So we currently are watching NCIS. So let me put it out there. I watch NCIS sometimes to sleep, sometimes just to keep myself company. So I do that, but I also just ensure that I apply for what I apply for. In fact, let me even gist you. I'll gist you, I will tell you a story, and then I'll tell you a story, a real life story that happened to me last year, and then I'll try to put a wrap on this video, and then the next month, in the month of August, I will actually tell you how to use the current applications that you are currently doing, how to leverage it for future impact, for especially for a lot of us who haven't gotten into any programs yet. How to prepare yourself, what to do with this current application cycle that you are going to do. I trust that you're going to do now that I've started talking about it, to help you stand a better chance in case you don't get into anyone in this first cycle in the next time. So that's my next video for next month. And you should please subscribe and share this video with a lot of the people that you love, especially those who are young and who are willing to really change their lives. My story, right? I said I was going to tell a story. So last year, by early December, there's this program done by one of the embassies in Nigeria. I'm not going to talk about it so that you don't know, so that nobody. I'm just being discreet with it. So they gather young change makers in Abuja, Nigeria, for I think 6 months, 7 months, and they meet periodically. And there's a lot of capacity building. There's also a lot of cohortization. There's this sweet thing about when you have gone through a program with a person. It means that you have eaten the same food at some point, drank the same water, or attended the same lecture. There's this level of camaraderie, of brotherhood that comes about, and it's easier for them to remember you and send you links when the opportunities that come their way. And so I reached out to one of the people that was part of it last year, and I'm like, I want to apply, blah blah. How do I apply? And the person just gave me a little heads up. And so on the day that the application opened, it was supposed to open for 21 days thereabout in December. The day that the application opened, I opened it and I looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to get to fill this. I said I have 21 days. Okay, let me wait for maybe 14 days before I apply. I think I checked 7 days later and they said, oh, they've received the maximum amount of entries of applications that they can process. And that was it. That was how they closed it. That was how I'm not in that program this year. And it's not so much of a bad thing because I've been traveling and I'm still traveling a lot. And so I may not have been around to have the 80 or was it 70 or 80% attendance as it were that program required. But it was going to be a great experience to meet a lot of young people across the board who are passionate who are passionate for different things and getting that done. So this is it. Do sometimes when you see this thing, apply. Pinch yourself, sit your bum down on the bed, on the chair, and apply. It's not every opportunity. Some of them will say, oh, it's going to close by 7th of August. Before 7th of August, they've gotten the people that they want because they are prioritizing the first set of people that apply, and that's that. So there are lots of other. In fact, there was one application that I feel I filled it yesterday. I think the today's 28th, right? So the deadline was 27th. I forced myself to submit a draft of that application yesterday, and I did that. It wasn't convenient or comfortable. Upon submitting it today, I received a mail that, hey, thank you for applying for so and so, but we need to have more information about you. This is a link to fill. And I just looked at myself and I smiled. Imagine that I said, oh, I just got back. I'm tired. I just did this. I just did that. I did the other thing, and I had mistakenly just slept, which has happened to me some other time also. So I'm not talking like I'm not talking like the personal development guru like that. Every challenge that you have, I also face it. Some of the mistakes that you have made, I have also made it, and I've made it in if possible in a larger proportion than you have made it. I promise you, anybody that has taken part of several programs. This is one last thing that I will also say. Anybody that has taken part of different fellowships and the like, and it seems like they are almost without a fellowship, they are almost without something. There's always something exciting happening about their lives. If you get into their inbox, their Gmail inbox, you will see a lot of, we are sorry to inform you, thank you for applying, we are sorry to inform you. So the quote and unquote success that you are seeing is 20% or even less, maybe 50% of the bulk of the applications that these people have made over time. And so when you start receiving, this is me putting in a caveat for you and trying to 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 prepare your mind beforehand. When you begin to see, oh, thank you for applying, we are sorry to inform, just know that there are people that are putting in work. There are people that have been preparing for this thing 2 years before, and you are just in your first stint. One of my friends, she got into the plaque legislative internship program and stuff like that, and she had written on her LinkedIn that is her third straight year of applying for the plaque legislative internship program, and now she's in, and all of those things. Someone applying now, she didn't get in the first year, she didn't get in the second year she had applied for. Imagine she gave up or whatever, but as she applied, there's a particular, and that's what I'm going to reserve for August for you. But first of all, go out. If I give you everything now, the chance that you are going to go out and put these things into practice is very, very slim. So go and look for these opportunities. You put your age range, put the age range that you want. And for some of us, don't think that you are too old or whatever. Put in your age range. If you are way above 35, put it in. Who knows, there are opportunities that are there. Let me end the scripture that says that it's him that searches that finds you. It's the person that knocks that the door is opened unto them. So keep searching, keep looking out for some of those things, and you are going to get it. If you haven't gotten anything from what I've said thus far, what I'm saying is, please, I beg you, I beg you, I beg you, and I beg you again. Go and look for opportunities. Search on your Google. Search if possible. They say TikTok is a search engine now. Facebook is a search engine now. Instagram is a search engine now. So these opportunities for Nigerians age 16 to 35 currently taking application. Opportunities for Africa age 18 to 35 or whatever currently taking applications. You can search it in these different social media platforms, whatever the one that you frequent, and you'll be able to see some things and you'll be able to apply. Yes, as someone has mentioned here, you have to sit down and really apply. If you are going to stand any chance of being successful, you have to sit down. And one of the ways that you also know that a program is very serious is how rigorous the application is. In fact, as a rule of thumb, I will say this. Let me shake this table. And it may offend some people, but I mean, what it is what it is. What it is just what it is. The programs that just take everybody, oh, 15 million people apply, you just take them. It it oftentimes is very difficult to get people who are high ROI people who just look at you and like, uh, there's no exclusivity to this thing. So the programs that actually stress you before you get in, even prepare your mind to put in your best and get the best out of the fellowship. So next time that we meet again in this Smart Student Playbook series in the month of August, God willing, I'm going to tell you what to do with these applications. one good, very important thing you can do and you should do for me is to just share this video with someone who is looking to actually build a proper life for themselves and improve themselves and improve their careers. So thank you. God bless you. See you in August for this series.